We sports here, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Sports to the bone family. Greetings, 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 greetings. Another live show. It's indeed a pleasure to be here on another live show to talk to you all for a couple of minutes. I know that a lot of people will have quite a few things to get off their chest. Yeah, man. CWI announcing the West Indies T20 World Cup squad earlier today. So you can imagine we'll be spending majority of the time talking about the squad. Mostly just to read your comments, read what you all have to say about it. The squad is here. We're probably going to see one or two changes further down, I think on the 25th. So we will see. But they named the squad today. They did a whole lot of work, the production was pretty good in terms of how they put things together to announce it. I actually didn't see the thing live, about 30 minutes after I finished doing some work and went inside and took up the computer. I saw that they announced it, and I was able to look and I saw exactly how they did it. It's pretty good. I give them a good little mark for the way how they announced it. In terms of the squad, I am not too surprised. Not here to toot my own horn or anything, but this is the exact squad that I had selected. Looking at all the players in the region doesn't necessarily mean that it will be a winning squad, because at the same time, I said it in the video earlier today that I am still a bit worried. I'm still worried about the bowling. The batsmen will always have to score over 200 or 190. Our pitches might be a little bit weird, so the batsmen probably won't score. From the other teams, probably won't score 200 all the time. But I think the blunt of the work, or most of the work, will have to be done by our batting. I just look at all the players in the region, and even though I'm still worried about the bowling, I couldn't find anybody else to really put in. So that is how I am seeing it. I'm gonna do my best to read the comments, but seems as if I picked up a bug. Seems as if I picked up a little bug. So you might hear me pulling up my nose every now and again. So excuse me for that. All right, Supernova says 9 out of 10 squad for the World Cup. Sports to the bone. Can't have too many complaints. Power are packed, but the flaws are obvious with the bowling since the South Africa 2023 series. Exactly. The bowling is probably is an issue, and it's not hidden. It's known. Darren Sammy highlighted it a couple of times. That's why I was saying that 13 players are probably sure already, but. He spoke about wanting somebody that can control the power play with Hussein if he bowls in the power play, and somebody to bowl at the back end. So we know that the bowling is a big issue. You understand? So we'll see. Good night. Yeah, blessings, Smith. Blessings. Where's the bowling? Why? As I said, I don't see anyone else out there. What I would like is for people to tell me who are the bowlers that you would put in this squad and who you would leave out to accommodate those bowlers. Because sometimes when a squad is named, we might say, this man should be there. For example, we might say Mayer should be there, Sinclair should be there, or we might say Obed should be there. But if there's a player that you think should be there, I will definitely read it. But who is the one that should not be in the squad? I hear a lot of people saying Obed should have been in place of Shamar Joseph, based on the fact that Obed is fit and is firing. I have returned for us to lift T20 World Cup number 3. All right, Sachin, I hear you. Good night, Sports to the Bone. Better West Indies picked me to be a selector, man, because Kyle Mears was in the 15 and Hetmeyer was in the reserve player, but I am giving my team a straight to the finals. All right, blessings, Smith. Yeah, man, happy Friday. Boy, I am happy it's Friday, Yeah, man, Saturday and Sunday off from work, and Monday we back on it. Good little time to get some rest, man. definitely need that rest. It was a hectic week. I was on the show when there were less than 500 subscribers. Now up to over 16,000. Fantastic effort, sports to the bone, and now one of the best in the world for sure. What you saying? Don't let the head swell, Daniel Clayton, I definitely remember the name, man. You have been here for a long, long, long time. I think from in COVID time, 2020, 21, when I was in Jamaica, working from home and I started the channel. I probably 2021 or so. I can remember your name popping up from then. Don't know about being one of the best in the world just yet, but I am trying, Who making 100 this World Cup? For West Indies are other teams. West Indies are other teams. The potential is there. Our batting is good. We have players there that can do it. Hopefully they will bat long enough to do it. There are quite a few guys in that top 6 that can do it. It is the best thing for me. All right. I am happy I get to catch you live because I'm usually busy in the evening, but I'm free tonight. All right, Sashin. Nice squad. Like up the live as you come in, guys. Keep up the good work. Yeah, man, Morgan. Blessings. Thank you for reminding the people to like up the live. We're going to win, says Campbell. What I say? West Indies have no bowling. West Indies have to make 250 every game to win. Yeah, most people worried about the bowling, Most people worried about the bowling, you understand? Good team, no complaint. Some time you had some time I call. Okay, same team you had some time, yeah. Bless up, Ashanti. Bless up. I'm not surprised by the squad. Sammy 2016 winning squad was also picked with all-rounder. Was also some 2016 squad was also packed with all-rounders, and he is trying to pick his squad similar to past squad. If you listen to him talk, I mean, I wouldn't even say trying to pack it with all-rounders because I can see people clear roles there. You understand? I always say even if it's T20, you need people that they are there to bat. I think him when he's talking, he's talking about getting people in rows. And the all-rounders that we had back then, were guys like Pollard and Bravo and we had Marlon Summers and them guys. Now we have Brandon King and Johnson Charles and guys like Poor and Ravman Powell and Shea Hope and Chase and Rutherford, Hitty, these guys are expected to do most of batting. My only problem with the team is Shamar Joseph because it seems more like a high pick than a pick that's on merit because he has only played 4 T20s in his career. Yeah, this I know that was going to come up, Sashin. I was saying it that, I was comfortable with the squad that I selected, which is this squad, except I can understand the gripe that people will have with the Shamar Joseph situation. One of the things that I am looking at is, we know that he has pace. We know that and it's not only about pace. He has shown that he has the ability to bowl good line and length. We saw what happened in his IPL debut on a big stage. Some will say he got nervous, but we saw when he got under a little bit of pressure how it worked. You understand? Worked against him. But I understand the pick. I understand people. I understand the complaint because there's not a lot of experience behind the pick, but I understand why they went for him. I will keep my reserve player. They are Mayers, Fabian Allen, Fletcher, Matthew Ford, and Obed McCoy. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that reserve team at all. I have no problem with that. What do you think of the blunder by Sammy Andes on the vice captain's selection saga between Hope and Joe? So this is the thing, I remember talking about it on a live show when somebody was saying that Shea Hope was the vice captain, and I was sure that Alzari was named as vice captain even before the South Africa, before the last series we had. I just wasn't sure why it was that. I think it was 1 or 2 games that Hope was listed as the vice captain. I don't know why they had it, but I was almost sure that Alzari was publicly announced as the vice captain even before we went to that series. But to see them look like they weren't sure was really a mess. when the guy asked the question, and I saw Daisy and Sammy looking at each other and say, "Oh, I thought Alzar was always the best guy." You know, I don't know, Star. It didn't look good. You understand? Even if us the fans were a little bit confused, you know, them being there, it shouldn't be any confusion to them. If West Indies do make that final, I expect Chris Gayle and DJ Bravo to perform at the innings interval. I really hope damages, no matches cause rain is the most annoying thing when it comes to this. Exactly. Plus, isn't the beginning of the hurricane season in the Caribbean, like, doesn't it start in June? I'm not the best when it comes on to geography or anything, you know, so probably I'm off in terms of all of the Caribbean if all of it is covered, but I'm almost sure that the Atlantic, it's called Atlantic season or hurricane season, starts on the 1st of June. So, you know, let's hope. West Indies making 100 this World Cup. West Indies making 100 World Cup. Sorry, we have no Marlon Samuels. All right. Why is that? On one hand, we were told the ICC deadline was May 1st, but submit to ICC. But teams have till May 25th actually to make changes and announce it. Why not just say that May 25th is the deadline? So that is how they always do it. You know, they always give you a deadline just to make sure that everybody is confirmed and they know that they have the commitment. You understand? But after the commitment, you know, they say, all right, you still have time to make this one or two changes. I guess it's a way of making sure that people are committed. And the 25th being that close to when the tournament will start, when that time comes, you don't hear people saying they're having problem, or, you know, they're saying that it has always been like that. It's a good question, but it has always been like that. It always been like that doesn't really answer the question that you're asking still. But I think it's just a way to get teams to commit, and almost like when you're buying something, you have to put down something on it, you know, and then, you know, further down you can make changes or whatever. So I guess it's a way of just making sure that you're committed and you're there submitting, so they can you know, actually go ahead with the fixtures. Fixtures done already. I don't even know if that makes sense. But I guess it just has to do with commitment. Shamar Joseph went for runs in the IPL, still looked good. That makes sense. Big up. Yeah, man. You see, so the thing with the Shamar Joseph situation in the IPL, I actually watched the game, and the first 2 or 3 delivers, I think, weren't too bad. Then he bowled a couple of wides and no balls, and then, you know, he went for some runs. And I think about 2 or 3 catches actually went down off his bowling. I saw a couple of deliveries that beat the bat, and, you know, didn't look too bad. Plus, we know they are constantly working on him over there. So, you know, let us see. Big up Sports in the Bone. Your selection was spot on. CWI press conference was very poor, and the audio was disgusting to listen to. Yeah, in the beginning, I had a problem with the audio. I wouldn't even say that the press conference in itself was poor. The way how they did the setup in terms of you know, how they introduced everything with the West Indies song playing, and then they showed, you know, how they did the announcement of the squad. But yeah, listening to at one point it was low, and then when the guys, the journalists and them people were asking the questions, it was pure feedback, and, you know, it was a little bit hard to listen to. But the greatest thing is that we got what we wanted out of it. I mean, me selecting this doesn't necessarily mean me having the same squad doesn't necessarily mean it's a winning squad. You know, it's just that it just probably shows that Sammy and the panel probably looking at things similar to how I am seeing it. Doesn't necessarily mean it will be successful. Does Daisy and Sammy look confused when someone asks about the vice captain switch? Yeah, man. I'm excited that they pick Shamar Joseph. He will surprise us all. Forget about the start he got in the IPL. That is norm in IPL. Everybody get licked down sometime or the other. And what I'm saying still, Winston King, even though he went for runs, you would have to actually watch the game to see that, you know, there was something there. I can understand people being worried about putting with the squad only being 15. I can understand people be worrying about, you know, a position like that. You give it to a man that is green, you know. But I back him. You know, I'm backing him. Shamar will do good to in the World Cup. I am backing him. I don't want LSG to make the IPL playoffs so Shamar Joseph could play the South Africa series. Maybe Sammy see something in Shamar in the T20 that he with the fans don't see, but how he is there. Shamar in the that we the fans don't see, but how he is there. Calvin, I say it already that yeah, as much as though it's in the Caribbean and we expect the pitches not to be too quick. If anything happened to us or Joseph, there is no other out and out quick. Every now and again, you need at least one of them type of player in your team. Even though we know that you're looking for control and thing, but if you can get the control right, you understand. Poor and one man I see scoring 100 in his home ground, especially. He is our man for this World Cup. I want to know who our assistant staff is for this World Cup, though. Yeah. Waiting to see what they will name. Puran has the ability to do it, man. I see Puran saying the other day that if he bats from the get-go, he can get Gales 175. The World Cup, it will be a good time for him to show, because it's likely that one or two games he's gonna have to bat early because it's cricket, we might lose a couple of early wickets, so he's gonna get a chance to show. But Puran is definitely a man that this World Cup needs to be Puran and Hetmeyer's World Cup. You understand? I am not saying the others mustn't do anything, but those are the two guys. We have been banking on those guys for a while now. Those are the two guys that need to, if we are going to win, those are the two guys I want to win the World Cup for us. You understand? I want everybody to perform, but to get some sort of satisfaction, those are the two guys that I really want. Them man need to step up, man. Azar was vice captain for the ODI and not the T20. Oh, all right. Hope was the vice captain of the T20 team. So how switch up and Desi and Sammy don't know what go on. And clueless like myself, yeah. The batting coach needs to mentor Hetty to be a floater 3 to 6 in the lineup before I would have said him and Puran were rock in the middle, but now Hetty is more accustomed to being a finisher. And the thing is, he has the ability to do that, He has the ability to be the floater. He has the ability to do it, Whether or not he's going to be responsible and do it is another thing. Shamar will surprise us. He did something in Australia which none of our senior bowlers can do. Bowl Yorkers, even Azar is disappointing when it comes to Yorkers and insists on bowling short. Yeah. Good night. I think Hola should be out the squad and put in McCoy, says Henry. It's not the alone. A lot of people thinking that, yes. Well, with Hola and his experience and his ability to. He has gone for runs lately, but, we know Hola is one of them which part you'll probably get 4 good overs from him. We had the same complaint when Shamar was picked to go to Australia tour. Look what happened. Transparent. I'm not too sure if we had that complaint. A lot of people are actually calling for him to go because a couple of guys claimed that they weren't available, and he did pretty well in a West Indies A tour of South Africa. I think it was prior to that. So yeah, man, a lot of people were calling for him to go, man. Yeah, but as I said, probably a few people were against it. Yeah, yes, Hurricane season. All right. Sports of the month, they said they don't contact any reserve players as yet. My opinion is that they need to do it quickly before people start to make plans. They need to do it quickly. Probably I can understand them not saying anything because I am thinking that not a lot of people knew what the squad was, was before they announced it. So it's only fair that they do all the contacting after the squad is now, after they name the squad. Because if they had called people and starting to say, boy, right now you are these 4 players. If they call 4 players and say you are reserves, then next, probably word go get out that they are reserves, and then we hear that them out of it, and and then you start to spoil the whole anticipation or the build-up of announcement. So now that they have announced the squad publicly, I can understand. Probably 1 or 2 players knew, people like Ravman Paul, the captain, probably knew. I don't know how much of up there Puran is like now, seeing that he is no longer part of the leadership group on paper. Obviously, he's a leader, but not on paper, even though he's a senior player. So, but now that the squad has been announced, man, they're probably going to do that. Azar need to help. If St. Lucia wicket is true, we need Shamar Joseph. Good night. I think Hola should be out the squad and put in McCoy. Quite a few people raising that point. Hopefully, I'll be in Antigua for the World Cup. Match is working. Please forget my groundskeeping curatorship. All right. Let me how is the ticket thing going, my people? How ticket sale? Anybody have the link to the website for buying the ticket? How all of that going? Are tickets still available? Blessings. Shamar Joseph is a very good pick. He going to get plenty of wickets. The reason they are not playing him in the IPLs that the Indian don't want to put him in for in form. So why they don't bench Nicholas Pooran? See that Nicholas Pooran is the biggest threat where our batting is concerned. Why they don't bench Pooran? Seeing that Shemran Hitmaya is the and Andre Russell. Those are two of our finishers. Why they don't bench them and make sure that they are not in form? Why they don't bench those guys? Just a question. Shamar pick is justified. He is better than them. All right. Sports about West Indies women enjoyed 7-1 double series win over Pakistan. Very good vibes. Haley is now a monster in this game. What's your ceiling for her and West Indies women's as a team? Where the team is concerned, there's still a long way to go because we saw just now, not the last game, but the game before when she fairly sort of crumbled. But in terms of Haley being a player, I as they would say, the sky is the limit for her. I see her going on and achieving great things. I see her leading West Indies. Think she's probably 26. You understand? I see her leading West Indies into the foreseeable future. Once there's not a coaching problem or a mix-up problem, right? I see her going on. I saw where posted earlier that she probably even get a stands named after her. That would be a good touch. You understand? If she can't, not based on the body of work right now, but looking forward 10 years from now, when she would be 36 or so. But the team, we have a couple of young players from the under 19 level that has gone into this team. Couple of senior players there still that will be expected to mentor those ladies. So I see them pushing on, man, but I still want to see more batting from the other ladies. Lennox, rumors have it that one of the most historic cricket grounds might be coming back to life. I wonder which cricket ground that is now. Okay, we have 3 overs left to defend 40 runs. Who are you picking to bowl? Why Mackay wasn't picked? So based on this team, then it would depend. I can't just say it like that. It would depend on how the team or the game is going. It would depend on the end that the batsmen. Depend on who is batting. It depend on how you would have rotated the bowlers. But based on how it's looking now, you expect the senior guys, Andre Russell and Jason Hola and Romari Shepherd. Those are the guys in this squad now. Obviously, if Shamar Joseph gets in and is doing well, you expect him to be able to do that. But in terms of just looking at it now, those are the senior guys that you expect to really do that. 3 overs, I'm expecting they're not going to bowl spinners. So if off the top of my head, I see Andre Russell bowling 1, Jason Hola based on experience and time, and Romari Shepherd is somebody that he has done some good work recently. But I don't know if it's a question that I should outrightly answer like that because it all depends on game situation, It's a good team, all right, good squad, batting from 1 to 11. What about the bowling? The Indians don't want Shamar to get oiled up and ready to. But I'm asking the question why they don't bench Nicholas Pooran and Hitmaya and Andre Russell. Those are the guys those are the ones that are expected to really blow it off for us. I saw even our captain getting game. Why they don't bench all of them? Why is Shamar the only one being benched? Why is Shamar the only one being benched? If No surprises in the team. I think the selectors did a very good job this time. The team the team is strong in batting, a little suspect in bowling. However, the bowlers can come good during the tournament. I agree. But what I also wanted to what I'm asking is, who are the bowlers out there that would outperform these guys? I mean, you know, Obed McCoy in the Nepal series, doing well. So that is probably something that people would, that is probably one of the things people would look and say he should have been selected. But prior to that, how many people would say yes, he definitely gets in, Shamar is the only quick that move the ball both ways. Holder does it sometimes but lacks space. Puran is a waste. Hitmaya is worse than waste. Charles scored in the first century this World Cup. Puran, it's Puran time to shine internationally to prove he's more than just a league player. I don't feel Hetty will start, but Puran will be key and going to need King to bat at least to the 13th over regularly. Yeah, King needs to bat deep. Hitmaya, you see, the thing now is that Hetmaya is getting game time in the IPL, where Rutherford isn't getting game time. Going into the IPL, I had indicated that Rutherford would have taken Rutherford, he took over Hetty's spot for me. But the fact that Hetmaya, he's playing, he's match fit. He probably gets in. I wouldn't even knock them, even though I have been calling for Rutherford to play over him based on what he has done internationally in the last couple of series. I wouldn't even knock it too much because I would see the sense in it. Excuse me, there are people have the bug. All right. Next one. Also, what's your thoughts on ICC having predetermined seeding for the Super 8 stages? Example, if India and Pakistan qualify, no matter what, India will be A1 and Pakistan will be A2 regardless. I don't know if they are doing this. I don't know. I haven't read on it too much, but I don't know if they are doing this. I don't even know if it has anything to do with rankings. Going in and wanting to make sure that they do all the seeding and everything. So the only way to really do that would be what the current ranking, was at the time of them doing this. This is just me saying something, I have no evidence behind it, or I haven't done the reading. You understand? Just looking at your question, and it's not even something that I have seen where I have clicked on an article and I've read in depth. But just looking at the question at the time of them doing the seeding, I am thinking probably they did this based on the ICC. Based on the table, you understand how the teams are ranked at the time of them doing the thing. I don't know if that make any sense, if that answer the question, because I haven't done any reading on that. All right, maybe the Nepal tour will decide reserve players. Probably I see Obed. Kyle Mayers, probably Matthew Ford. Maybe I think I had Kevin Sinclair and there's somebody else that I'm missing, and probably Allen. But it depends on what's happening in the squad, because you still don't want to have a certain amount of players in the squad, a certain type of you don't want to have too many similar players, if you understand what I mean. Evin Lewis has lost his way. At his best, only Gale surpassed him as an opener. Yep. I don't know what the situation is between him and them. You understand? He was asked the other day to go with the ST with the A2 the A team, and I'm sure it's because they wanted to look at him again. You understand? But people that watch this channel often would be able to tell you all that I am a big Evin Lewis fan, but I have been asking. And I have been saying that for the last couple of CPLs and even the Super 50 for Trinidad, he hasn't done much. So it would have been nice to see him go on that tour and do thinking about. I don't know. Sportsy Ball, keep up the good work. I like this squad. I think Shamar Joseph will surprise us. Azari will get worn out, and Shamar has the fundamentals to be good in any format. I'm sure he has learned in IPL. Yep. I say Hetmyer is a good finisher. All right. I wonder if they are up to utilize Hetty as the substitute opener, given their absence of hold on there. Something pop up on the screen. Given their come on. I wonder if they'll up to utilize Hetty as the substitute opener, given their absence of designated backup opener. So there's that a designated backup opener, as you would put it. But in my book, if it is needed, Shea Hope will have to step up and do it. My thing is, for years I've been calling for Hetmyer to step up and show responsibility and bat. You understand, and show that he wants to bat 3-4. You understand, for us. It hasn't happened, and we have been asking for it for years. So I'm not too sure if that is something you want to put on him like that going into the World Cup. I mean, looking at it, he's technically good enough. He hits the ball well in the power play. He's good at rotating the strike. You know, he's good. He's a good player, but I just don't know if for years we have been looking to get something from him, and we haven't seen it. You know, the umpiring staff for the World Cup was announced today, and Joel Wilson is the only West Indian in the entire World Cup. I think Leslie Reef and Gustave deserve a chance for ICC Top League. Yeah. You know, they have their thing where they do them where they do their I mean, these guys have been here umpiring games and stuff, you know, but they have their I mean, it's home, so it would have been nice to have them. But you know, they have their, when it comes on to a main event, they have their creme de la creme, so to speak, that they push out. You understand? And every now and again they have their umpiring thing that they do to check on you know, the level that people operating at. Tickets in New York is a rip off, better to watch at home. Like what so? Like how much so? Like how much so for the tickets? Shamar is a great pick. It's not the forward. All right. The South Africa series before the World Cup will really show us where our bowling is. These guys have a serious batting lineup. Mm-hmm. You're right at that. Azar going to be so expensive. I can feel it. Yeah, he will definitely need to not bowl the bar short. How much influence do you think Ravman Powell has over picking of the team? I think Ravi has his say, but I think even though Desi is the lead selector, I think Sammy is the one that is really calling the shots like this. Obviously, I have no evidence behind this, you know, we're just reasoning here. But based on the fact that Sammy came in with a model, he has the knowledge, he has the 2 World Cup behind his name. I think he has more leeway, you know, when it comes on to really looking at what he wants. Ravman Powell, I am thinking will probably have his say. You know, he will have his say. But for some reason, I just feel like Sammy is the main man. You know, Puran is a big name. That's why LSG don't bench him, and Shamar is a big X factor for the big picture for the World Cup. Oh, so that's why they decide not to play. Okay, that's why they're benching him to make sure he doesn't get informed. All right, I hear you. Haley is the Gary Sobers of West Indies. McCoy is not a good batsman as holder. But if you're picking both of them, you're not looking at the batting, because I am definitely not looking at Jason Holder's batting. I mean, in the back end, if we want 6 runs to win from 2 balls or so, I will think that he can get it if he's down there. But if it's a toss up between those 2 guys, I am looking at who going to give me the 4 overs. You understand? I am not looking at the batting. I doubt people looking at the batting with those 2 guys. Antigua Recreational Ground says Mr. Lover, or in terms of everything coming back up. All right. Lennox, which West Indies match are you going? Definitely going either New Zealand or Afghanistan game. Why? That one is tough. That one's tough. The good thing is I think school's gonna be on holiday at that time, but we don't know all the things set again. I am not free as a bird in the tree anymore. So when wifey at work, I have to sit down I have to sit down at home with the soldier. You don't know it go already. But if I, let us see. Let us see. I haven't secured any ticket or anything, So let us see. Puran can score a big ton, at least 150 runs on his day. Johnson Charles can also score very fast. I am rooting for Shamar Joseph to do well, and he will inspire the other bowlers to do just as well. Good. A1 mean the winner of of Group A. Okay. Sachin, is that you in the chat there trying to get on? Let me know if that is you, Sachin, because some people will put up names of people that they see in the comment section and try to get in. Yeah, man, I'm going to try and let in 1 and 2 people to come and help me with the talking, because I did a lot of talking today at work, and then to be talking here for 1 hour going rough on the short base and the floating. Just let me know in the comment section, Sachin. I can see the type in the private text, but some people will put in the private text and pretend as if it is you, So just let me know in the comment section, because they are not going to want to comment in the actual comments, because they know that if they are pretending to be someone, I will see. Hold on there, over there. Hold on there. Yeah, bless up. That's what I'm seeing on there. All right. We played our first 2 matches in Guyana. Moti Shepherd, Rutherford, Joseph Hetty. He play first match to draw home crowd. Home crowd, I win more with the game. Jonah, bless up. Also, why the debate about death overs bowling? Didn't we defend 37 runs versus India in 5 overs in Guyana and 60 off 36 versus England in second T20? I mean, I guess it's the regularity that we are able to do it with. I think that is a problem. You understand? How regular are we able to do it? I think that is the problem. I think you are doing a great job. How can I support you? I mean, commenting and subscribing is one way to support. I am on Instagram, so if you want to talk to me on Instagram in terms of me doing promotion or advertisement or anything like that, I am up to that. You understand? But in terms of me asking for stuff, I am not going to do that. As I said, you can subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. You can share the videos. I am on Instagram. The email for the channel is Lennox, Lennox Johnson, Johnsson 80 @gmail.com. If you have anything that you want me to promote or to do that is within something that I will be comfortable talking about, I will do that. But in terms of asking for support, I it's not I wouldn't appreciate it, but I'm not gonna ask for anything, But I appreciate the support though. Do you hear Powell? He's saying IPL getting bored. It's just batsman game in the IPL. Hey, it's because I was busy yesterday and ended up. No, it's because I was working on the Devon Thomas story, why I didn't remember to talk about Ravman Powell. Ravman Powell better be careful and don't criticize their golden goose. Maybe next year you won't get a contract. You better leave them on in golden goose. Where's Cottrell? Where's Obed? Walsh look good in the Nepal series. I would ask the same question. Where's Cottrell? When they're asking where's Cottrell, do you mean why is he not in the squad or where is he generally? Yeah. Bro, how to say, I think it's a big bet on Shamar, and I really don't trust the others to defend any total against the big boys. We saw it against England and Australia. All right. Maybe Ben Stokes had PTSD from losing so many tests in West Indies, so he decided to see this World Cup out. Very excited to see Archer on his return. I'm sure some English players aren't happy about it. Definitely. You're going to have 1 or 2 people that are going to believe that how he just walked back in. But as their manager said, man is an X factor. Man has shown that he has the ability, so it's good to see him back in. And I heard he was in Barbados doing some training. The Barbados people tell what's happening over there, man. Rutherford looks pissed off on the IPL bench. He would have been doing well. He did good in Australia. Yeah, I just saw the thing set, just so it said. Bless up, Speedy, bless up. West Indies playing at home don't mean they're winning the World Cup. Yeah, I think anybody watching the cricket understand that. Brendan King is underestimated. He is my X factor. I think he's actually going to do well. My only concern is if he is fully fit. Yeah, I understand he didn't go to Nepal because of that, but I think it's probably nothing too serious. Where it's not he's not going to be ready by the first or the 2nd of June when we have our first game. But I just hope that he's able to go in the nets and play some cricket. Excellent team. 15 off best. The plan is for Shamar Joseph to take care of these weaker teams who would be afraid of pace. All right, Sir Ian, it's been ages since I've seen you. I thought you boycotted the channel and everything and boycott everything. I haven't seen you in a while. No home team has ever won the World Cup, T20 World Cup, so we could be trendsetters. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Junior from Trinidad and Tobago, I think Hetmeyer should not be on the team. Oh yeah, I say. Who should be his replacement? Evin wash up and is preoccupied with other stuff. We just need to move on from him. Good evening, family. I think we have moved on. It's just that, it's always sad when you see a talent just go like that. But I said this in a video probably about a week ago or so. Sometimes we are treated a certain way when we are performing extremely well, that we get to a position where we think that, we can kick back now and say no to people. You understand? So probably that's one of the issue. All right, the guys that are there trying to get into the chat. All right, so Sachin confirm that it's him. All right, Sir Ian, confirm that it's you. Jaycon. Yeah, I know Jaycon. All right, at Tyrell. So we know that it's I know that it's Sachin, definitely Sachin. Because I can't manage a miss up, for the YouTube. We'll cut off the thing. All right, so Sachin, I know it's Sachin. Sir Ian, it's you, right? Hold on, type in the comment section. And Jaycon. Yeah, I think that's a Jaycon. Yeah. Hold on, Sir Ian. Is that you, Sir Ian? Type in the comment section. Type in the main comment, not the private chat. I didn't read a lot of the comments. I am skipping a couple of comments now. I am skipping a lot of comments now because I want to let these guys in so they can help me with the talking. They enough feel like the throat going all up in the longer at all. All right, so I know it's I think it's Sir Ian. Let me see. All right, good. So we're gonna mute all the mics. Sachin was on first, then Jaycon. So we will go Sachin, Jaycon, and periodically I will read a couple of comments or highlight comments. Yes, Sachin, what say you?
What's up, Lennox? Good night.
Hold on, let me see if I my thing low. Yeah, yes, Sachin.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, I hear you.
My first thing is, a couple weeks ago, Sammy said that he's not gonna pick anybody based on hype, right?
Yeah.
And he was referring to Shamar.
Shamar Joseph, yeah.
So when this morning I heard Shamar's name, the first thing that came to my mind was it is a hype pick because, like I said in the comments, he didn't do anything in T20s.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly was the reason for him to be there? Like, I know he's talented with his pace, line and length and all that, but I just don't know for a T20 World Cup.
Yeah. I understand the concern. I'll let you finish. I understand the concerns. I am thinking that they have been monitoring him in practice. I mean, practice is different from game, but they're going to do some high intense practice over there in the IPL. So I'm assuming they have been monitoring him and they have been collecting reports. And the fact that they are looking for a quote unquote X factor, you understand, which we don't think our vice captain is giving it to us because of his short pitch bowling. So I think them monitoring him, they just decided to gamble. But I understand doing it. I definitely understand going into the World Cup with somebody that is that green. But I also can see why they went to left field and chose him.
Yeah. And another thing was Desmond said this morning that when he selected when they selected the squad is based on roles.
Yeah.
So And then he also went on to say they selected Hetma as a finisher.
Yeah.
So if you're picking guys on roles and you need roles for everything, why is Hetmaya in the team when there is guys like Rutherford, Russell, Powell, and Shepard who could do the same job that Hetmaya was quote unquote selected to play?
So so this is the thing now. I'm gonna let you finish. This is the thing. He was actually asked that question, Good point. He was asked the question, and he answered it, but he didn't answer it. I don't know if you saw that part of
Yeah,
the.
I did see that. He
Yeah,
tried deflecting it.
yeah. Somebody asked him the question, and he was saying that Hetty was selected to play a
Finishing role.
particular role as a finisher and to bat down the odd. And I'm thinking it's the same reason I've been saying that Fabian Allen wouldn't make my team because he's not going to be selected in my team over Moti or Hussein as a spinner. But if you're
Yeah,
looking at
yeah.
the finishing role, then he would be competing with Shepard and Andre Russell. So it's a good point you bring up. And I don't want people to think you're fighting Hetty because you're a big Hetty supporter. But it's a very
Everybody
good
should
point.
know I'm a big Hetty
Everybody
supporter.
would know, but we have a lot of new people on the platform that don't know who you are. But it's a good point you bring up. And they asked him the question, and I was listening to hear what he was going to say, and he basically ate the question. But
Like
yeah,
if Hetty was selected to bat, say 4 or 5,
yeah,
right? Then I would understand because that means you'll go Charles, King, Puran, Powell, Hetty, or
yeah.
Hetty Powell, either one of the way.
Hmm.
But based off what Desmond said, it might be Charles King, Hope, Puran, Powell, Hetmeyer.
That's my team. Hetmeyer/Rutherford. That's my team. But that's the thing. That's the thing, because he already because he went and said that about Hetmeyer finishing down the order. That's why I'm thinking, as I say, Hetmeyer probably tip
Because
in front of
you
Rutherford.
yeah, him saying Hetmeyer is there as a finisher basically slaps. I'm not. This probably. I'm just me like going too deep into it, but that
Yeah.
basically slaps Russell across the
Yes,
face and
and
say, "Oh, you can't do anything."
so So is it a case where we're gonna ask Russell again to bat 1 over 2 overs? Seeing that we have so many guys coming down the order there, is it a case where Russell gonna be batting only 1 or 2 overs? I mean, it's not guaranteed to give you runs, but if it is the case that we're bringing in a finisher like Hetty to play that role, that means what's gonna happen? I don't know. I
That's the
want him
only
to answer the question
confusing part.
honestly, but he didn't answer the question.
Yeah, yeah. That was the only confusing part because honestly, I've like put together about 3 World Cup squads and Hetmeyer was only in one of them.
Yeah.
I was not rooting for him to get in because of his farm and the way
Mm.
he's been playing, but I don't know. We can't do anything about it. We can't change anything. It's
Yeah.
just up to them to go out there and hopefully bring it home.
Yeah, my thing is that most of our batsmen, even though Hetmeyer is not doing much in the IPL, he's not facing a lot of deliveries. But my thing why I am okay with him getting in the squad, even though the selector didn't give us the right or the clear answer. My thing is that a lot of our actual batsmen over there in the IPL, they are rubbing the bench for most of the games. We see Hope get one
Yeah,
or
yeah.
two games and Shepard, yeah, not Shepard, what's his name? Powell gets 1 and 2 games, but Hitmai and Puran are the constant guys,
Hetmeyer
apart
has been
from us.
constant and only faced
Exactly. So,
45 deliveries.
exactly. He's always been there, not facing a lot of delivery, but he's getting game time. He's in the groove of things. So I can understand him being there, but he's not batting for long at all. That is what the man should have said. That my
Yeah,
eyes is
yeah.
that's what the man should have said. Well, I'm not saying my exact
He
words, but
tried deflecting it.
yeah,
And
you
my
know,
last point was I saw someone
yeah.
made this argument earlier on another channel that I was on, like
Mhm.
looking, what if the whole Hetmeyer pick was a PR stunt so that people don't come for him? Because Hetmeyer's name and not getting selected. News people, uncles, everybody come for West Indies.
Uh, I mean, I don't see why they would bow to that pressure. I don't see why they would bow to a pressure like that. And I don't see why they would bow to a pressure like that. Even though Desi was trying to hint towards it that he's been victimized, when he was saying that, I am sure this is what he was doing, when he was saying that it is easy in the Caribbean for people to blame one person. I don't know if you heard that part when he was saying that it is easy for one person in the Caribbean to be selector. When he was saying
yeah.
that he's selector, but there's someone else. That is exactly what he was trying to say. That
Because
people
he knows everybody goes after him.
Yep, but you are the lead selector. You understand? But
Exactly.
I don't think I don't think it's that. I mean, as I said, he's not making a lot of runs in the IPL, but it's not like it's required. You understand? Of him in there, he's playing, he's remaining not out, and taking his team across the line. But I don't think it's a PR.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
was my last point.
all right, Sachin. All right, it's gonna be Jacob and then Sir Ian. I think Mr. Lover is also in. Bless up, Jacob.
Good evening, sirs. How are you?
Yeah, man. Blessings. Yeah, man.
And I could go on and match them.
As I said earlier, it's not like when I was free like a bird in the tree. If wifey at work, I have to stay home with the soldier.
I mean, bring the soldier.
Yeah, hopefully when he gets a little bigger, we can do all of that. But we'll see.
First of all, it is a good side.
Yeah.
In regards to Kyle Mears, I don't think he deserves to be in the squad. I mean, he can be a reserve because we all know that on a Kyle Mears day, he can, he can win a match for the West Indies and
Yeah.
But based on the current performance, or no, not current, based on his past performance recently, that the games that he played for the West Indies, he got a long run and he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So that was one of the main reasons why Jansen Charles came into the picture.
Yep.
I don't think at no point in time Alzari Joseph and Shamar Joseph is going to play the same match. I think Shamar Joseph was picked solely because Alzari Joseph is not at his best. He's very expensive. So Shamar Joseph is a perfect backup for Alzari Joseph. So there's no match. I don't think there is no match where Alzari and Shamar Joseph will play the same match. So I think that they play a few games with Alzari Joseph and he continues to bowl his short pitch delivery and be expensive, then they're going to use Shamar. And I think that is the reason why it's not based on hype. I don't see anybody else in the Caribbean right now who can replace Alzari Joseph in the team than a Shamar Joseph. So I think that's solely why Shamar got picked. In regards to the finishing argument, there is only one player currently I can think of, or two players in the West Indies camp or in the side who is not a finisher. So when people are saying that who is going to finish this rubbish, any one of the batsmen that is batting from 4 to 7 can easily finish a game, and we know this. So it's not I don't think we should focus on a problem where who should bat here to finish the match or whatever.
I don't think that is the case. So I think they were looking at it at how they select the players. I think they were looking at it based on how how they select the players. I don't think it's a matter of how they go and line them up. I think why they select certain players. I think that's what they meant when they were talking about finishers.
Yeah, but I mean, in this current state that we are in, the current state of T20 right now.
Yeah.
Every batsman in a lineup should have intent. There is no such thing right now in a T20 game as a batsman who is just going to be there and working single around. And that is one of the reasons why KL Rahul don't make the India T20 squad.
I mean, yeah.
Because even the last time, I am not a big fan of Roston Chase being in the squad. But based on what Roston Chase has shown me in Australia and the Nepal, I can say that Roston Chase game has improved a lot where he's bowling even better than a Goody Kishmoti in a T20 match at the point, and he's batting with intent.
Yep. I have no problem with Roston Chase. I am one of them that always saying that if the man do in the past he wasn't doing well, and the people that have been here for a while will remember that. I think it was a couple of years ago in a World Cup where he dominated CPL for 2 years, and I was advocating for him to get in. And then he had a lean period of time, and they kept on picking him, and that is where I started to say, no man, something is wrong. They need to drop this man. So the fact that he's now performing and he's back in just goes to show that we're looking at it based on performance. So I am with you where that is concerned in terms of
Roston Chase. I always say that what Roston Chase is doing in the side, but no, I can justify Roston Chase being in the squad and even starting at the World Cup. If you should ask me.
Here's a question for you: are you playing Shamar? You're playing Chase and Hope in the same team in the same playing 11?
No, if Chase plays, then we would have to bench Hope. Reason being, Roston Chase, but almost the same pace as a Hope, but remember, Roston Chase is also a useful spinner. He can give us 4 economical overs, like from 7 to 15.
Yeah.
So if I am going to play a Roston Chase over a Shea Hope, is not because of batting. Leave batting out of it. It's because of the value that Roston Chase adds with the ball.
But he's gonna have to bat. But he's gonna have to bat higher up. He's gonna have to bat at number 3 then.
I mean, he can bat at number 3 or 4, and we cannot rule out, even though we are going to want people to bat with intent. But I think Roston Chase or Shea Hope, I think their purpose in this squad is like a holding player. I think they hold the innings.
That's what they are there for. But I thought you just said that we don't need anyone to be there like that.
No.
I'm not taking singling about that. That is why I was gonna say to you that is exactly why they are there. Similarly to Kane Williamson is there for New Zealand. Same thing. I don't know if they are the same quality as Marlon Summers, but it's the same sort of role.
No, but it's the intent. You have different type of role, but you have to have intent. A Shea Hope, if you can recall how Shea Hope used to bat, Shea Hope is batting with a lot more intent, but he is still the type of player who can hold the innings together, but you have to have that intent. Because at the end of the day, you cannot be there holding the innings together and taking up balls. You're still going to lose the game. If you understand what I am saying. So where that is concerned, Shea Hope and Roston Chase is a similar type of, they have a similar type of strike rate. So if I am going to, if it comes into question who should play, it's going to be okay whether we are using Shea Hope as a pure batsman or we're going to use Roston Chase as a spinner. It cannot be where you can compare them in regards to batting, in regards to being in the side. And I don't think both of them will, well, it's West Indies, but I don't think both of them will ever make the side. Just like how I don't think like
Shamar and Alzar. Probably Shamar and Alzar. I don't know if they can control themselves, but probably St. Lucia and maybe Barbados, those pitches they will be lively. So probably if they can control themselves, they will play those two together. But I definitely get a point of not having them. One is known to bowl a lot of short pitch deliveries, and one is green, is new. So I can understand your thought process of not having both of them together.
I mean, West Indies have enough 6 and 7 bowlers to back up a Alzar or a Shamar Joseph. If they bowl like 2 overs, they are super expensive. I think we have a lot of all-round on the side that can easily give us 2 economical overs on any given day. So that is not anything to worry about. But I think the side is well balanced. I think it was this. This is one of the side. I don't see this in a long time, but this is one of the side that was picked where I can say, okay, the selectors have picked the best set of T20 professionals in the West Indies currently. I can give that to them at this. But, I hope, I know the guys will perform. It's just a case of how they control themselves and not get carried away. But I can see a good performance coming from these guys. And I think these guys they are confident. So there is nothing. And I like the way how they perform in Australia, even though there was 4 and 5 and 3 and 4 wickets down, guys still stood up and
Yeah.
we were still able to get over 200 runs on all occasions. So I am pretty confident in this side, and I think the selector have done because remember, selectors have been getting a beating over the
Yep.
past 5 years.
That is why we have to give them the props. We have to just call it as peer them. It looked to us as the best team. Look at a bit
The best team. And I think couple guys, I mean, they can put like Kyle Mears, Obed
Yeah.
Mackay, and a couple more guys in the backup. I mean, I'm not sure where they will go with that, but I mean, only if a few guys may get injured. But I think this is a solid side, and I mean, hopefully we can take it on. But let's see.
All right, Jake, and thanks for that. I think it's Sir Ian and then People's Champ. Yes, Sir Ian, what is it like over there in Trinidad? What's going on over there? What say you?
It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. How are you, my brother?
Well, I am looking and living, giving God thanks. Most things are all right.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Listen, you already know I back Hetty, right? Even though I heckle him. I told you all they cannot pick the team without Hetty. Remember I said that? Yeah, because you see, tell me something and you understand my point. What team does Hetty play for in IPL? Tell me, what is the name of the team?
I play for Rajasthan Royals, the team that plays in pink most of the time.
What position are they?
I don't know where they are on the table right now, but they have won quite a few games. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Check and see what position they are.
They are first. I mean, they are almost got a few besides their name right now.
Right. So listen, they are first, and they see
they are first. They are first right now.
And where does Hetty bat for them? If I mean, what number does? So he is a finisher for them, right? All right. So we see the formula that the top team in IPL using, and yet still we question in West Indies. Or some of us question in West Indies for picking Hetty, saying about, oh, we have Russell. Listen, it have finisher and it have finisher. Understand this, eh? Make no mistake. Russell and them can't bat like Hetty. Make no mistake. It's two different categories. Russell is an all-rounder. All them people we talk about are all-rounders to end. Hetty is the only one who can hit 6 balls on the wicket for 6 sixes because he is a great batsman. And that is why Rajasthan
he's an established batsman. He's a pure batsman. I would agree with that. He's a pure batsman.
And that is why West Indies want him to finish. Because let me tell you something I see already. And I love Andrew Russell, and you know I back Andrew Russell.
Yeah.
But I see Andrew Russell a match played down about 4 balls because he couldn't hit it straight on his wicket. So much so that he batted and then he batted away his foot. Remember he fall long and batted away his foot?
Yep, I remember that is a weakness that he has had for years.
Right. So Andrew Russell, all these other guys like Sheppy, all of them, they are good all-rounders. Yeah. And the reason why you call them all-rounders is not because they are not per se a batsman like Puran or like Hetty. So when Desmond Haynes said they wanted him to finish, I understood. Because I understood what Desmond Haynes was saying. What he was saying is that within the tail enders, right, we're going to have an established batsman. In case the bowling very tight, we have one person who could well bat. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You are saying something?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Right. So that is the point with Hetty. So that formula is working. Did you notice Rajasthan Royals didn't drop Hetty?
Yeah, they're not going to drop Hetmyer that easily. As I said, he's not getting a lot of time at the wicket, but it's because the team is performing well. But when he does go out there, when he gets the opportunity, he's finishing the game well. You understand? So
right.
They're not going to drop him.
So he's a spare tire. He's a backup. He's a backup when things start to collapse.
You see,
when team members start to back like, go ahead.
You know my thing already. I am just buying into this Hetmeyer thing about him being a finisher. He's finishing well enough. But you will probably know this. I have been saying this for years. Hetmeyer and Pooran. I mean, the team has changed, come and gone and changed. And I've been singing the same song. I know I have to just buy into it. Because of how talented Hetmeyer is. I always wanted Hetmeyer and Pooran to bat either 3 or 4, 4 or 5 in the team. But the fact of the matter is, this is where this is where his career is going. This is what is working. So I can understand him being down there, you know.
Right.
Hetmeyer and Pooran, I don't want these guys to be one-dimensional. I understand what
this, but that wouldn't stop him from being a great batsman, you know. Remember, it's T20 cricket, right? T20 cricket is a short game. So
yeah, the thing is that they don't get a lot of time. You know, he's not getting a lot of time to bat for a West Indies. I mean, the aim is a team sport, and the aim is to win. So wherever you bat and you're able to help us to win is good. But I've always thought that with Pooran and Hetmeyer batting most of our overs, we always stand the best chance of winning. But I hear you.
But the trick is this. Hold on, the trick is this. Hold on. Let me just say, because I kind of wait long.
Yeah, I hear
so you. Let me just say what I have to say. The trick is this. Rajasthan Royals doing well, even though Hetty not batting much, then they could have said by that logic, let me say by the logic of the people who question Hetty. But when we have Hetty playing, look where we bench him because we don't need him to win. They understand what is important, to have a proper, technically strong, a good batsman at the lower end just in case the top fail. Yes, you have all-rounders. Yes, you have them people. But you cannot tell me that 4 balls to face, 15 runs to make, who you feel quicker make it, Hetty or Russell or Shetty?
Well,
yeah.
Well, it's all those guys have shown that they have the ability. But as you said earlier, Hetmeyer is a man that will play the ball on different parts of the wicket. It's similar to how, I don't remember who it was that was asked. I think it was Brett Lee was asked who was it easier to bowl to, if it was Lara or Tendulkar, and he was saying that, you know, if he bowls to Tendulkar, I will get back to the point. If he bowled to Tendulkar's one delivery, he bowled 6. I think he was saying 6 deliveries in one spot. Tendulkar will play him in the same direction 6 times. But Lara would find that would play 6 different shots in one ball. So I get what you're saying when you have not saying Tendulkar is that technical, because you know you have technical and then you have attacking. Lara was probably more attacking. But I get what you're saying with the ability to play the ball around.
And one of the tricks with T20, let me tell you, sometimes they save some of the most deadly spinners coming down to the end. Some of the most difficult people to bat coming down to the end. You know, I remember when Guyana won the CPL, this guy who's the captain, what's his name again?
I the boy I catch up something this and he dropped them.
I hope you're okay. I'm good. Yeah, remember how Tahir
Imran
Tahir people like Crab? You need a batsman at the end that in the event them fellas out there say, well, look good, we know West Indian don't like spin. We go get them 3 to 4 overs a spin for the last 4 overs. You feel a man like Hetty says, they could tie up Hetty. A man who knows a bat spin. So I understand, and I know it wouldn't hold him back because it's still have 50 overs where he could bat longer and if you want to play test. But I was so happy because the formula is working for Rajasthan Royals. Secondly, Shamar Joseph. What we have to understand is this. We ain't come to pussyfoot with no set of mediocre teams. You see that team Nepal, Shamar Joseph, I pick him to just blast them away. Them fellas ain't standing up. Them ain't standing up to no one 90 something miles per hour coming and they're not. Trust me. Other teams might be able to work him out. But I think they wanted him to blast away at those teams like Nepal and things so they don't end up making us cry and getting lucky and hitting Joseph all over the place and hitting this one. So I am saying Shamar was brought in to blast away at the teams that mediocre, that failed pace. Now we have some teams no free pace. We ain't
Yeah.
talking about them. But we have a lot of mediocre teams that can make it bad for us. We don't want to give them no advantage over us. When all you come in, I give him he, take the ball, two bouncers straight to your head at 90 miles per hour, and then I york and we send them home. That is how I look at it.
All right, Sir Ian. I hear you. All right. Thank you for that. Um, yeah, we have Mr. Lover, but I think Sachin was trying to squeeze in a comment based on what Sir Ian was saying. So we'll let Sachin squeeze that one in and then Mr. Lover will come on. Yeah, Sachin. Yeah, you hear me, Sachin? All right, I'm not hearing him at all.
Is Lennox on mute or I
Oh,
can't hear him?
no, I can't hear. I can't hear you now, Sachin. You were on mute, but I can't hear you now.
Sachin, we're not hearing you.
You can hear me.
You're not,
So everybody else can hear me, right?
Yeah,
yes, we're
loud
not
and
hearing
clear.
Sachin.
All right, Sachin needs to come off and try to come back on. I think he's going to do that. So in the meantime, Mr. Lover, what say you?
Right, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen in the chat.
Yeah, bless up.
I, for one, I'm surprised that Hetman is in the 15, but I had
Yeah.
Hetman. Listen. In all fairness, I did
Mm,
say I have Hetman probably in my reserves. I didn't
mhm.
see him coming into the 15-man squad. However, I think he actually replaced Kyle Mayers in the T20 side
Yeah.
because Waterford is the incumbent and
Mm-hmm.
Watford is miles ahead of Hetmeyer in terms of West Indies T20 cricket as of late because Hetmeyer was dropped for Watford and Watford did well.
Mm.
The only problem I have now is should Brandon King knee give out or should Johnson Charles get injured? Who's going to open?
Shea Hope will have to step up and open the innings. Shea Hope is an opener, you know, man.
I do remember that, but I also made this point. I think Sachin can be a witness to me when I made this
Mm.
point on another podcast that the possibility of this same squad selection is now for probably somebody like a Pooran to step up and open the innings and try to bat long, bat through the middle overs as well if he make it past the power play.
Mm. But would it be wise though to have a formula working for us over the last what 6 or so T20s and then the last 3 series and then just go into a major tournament and change it like that? Would it be a wise strategy?
Okay, let me just I okay before I go on. No, it's not
Yeah.
a right strategy. However, it is highly probable. I give it a 80%, 88% chance of it happening. Let me tell you why.
Mm.
They selected Shimon Hetmeyer, and I don't think they're going to bench Waterford unless he's injured or not performing in the World Cup. So the only way I see Hetmeyer and Waterford playing in the same 11 is if one of those openers fail, Kuran steps up to open because he's batting at 3 currently in our team as the West Indies T20 team. Kuran will
Mm.
step up to open. Then you bring Chase, no, you bring in Hope at 3, start in Waterford at 4. Then you have Powell 5, Hetmeyer 6. Then you have Russell, Shepherd, Joseph, Hussein.
Yeah.
So the only other problem is now, I know we're playing in Guyana first, the first two
Mhm.
matches. How do we pick the bowling? Do we pick the 2 spinners or 3 spinners per se and leave out somebody?
That's a good question. Um, then again, let me ask you this first. Are you playing Chase and Hope in the same team?
Oh boy. The only
Because
way that
that would make the decision because if you're playing Chase and Hope, Chase would already be a spinner, and then you probably would have to just
so let me
pick another
interject.
spinner.
Let me
If
interject you here.
huh?
The only way Chase and Hope plays in the same 11 is if Shea Hope opens,
Mm-hmm.
and
So,
I believe that is why has Desmond Haynes and Darren Sammy made the mistake and say that they think Alzari Joseph was the vice captain, which is not true.
mm, yeah, we'll see, but I sort of a bit worried about just throwing somebody up there to open. Plus, Nicholas Puran and Hitmaya and these guys and the Hopes, Hope would bat at 3. These are guys that can bat, and the spinners that will come in after the power play. I don't mean, obviously you want Puran to bat to open the innings. You're saying to open the innings. He's gonna have to go from ball 1. It's a lot of risk of him getting out in the power play. So then you find that he wouldn't be available to bat after the power play to bat the spinners. It's not a lot of people it's not a lot of our guys in there can actually bat like that to bat the spinners, if we take him out the middle order.
Another thing too, if you have watched Sheffield Waterford from his debut up until now, when he's playing against spin, he's practically been doing good.
Yeah, man. Rutherford. That is why someone asked me if I would have a problem with them trying Rutherford as an opener. And what I said was that if after the World Cup it's something that they want to look into, seeing that Johnson Charles is going up in age, I wouldn't have a problem because he's technically good. He knows how to pierce gap. He can rotate the strike, and he can hit the ball a long way. He's technically good enough. You understand? So I don't have a problem with his technique. You understand? So I know that he has the ability to do that. But when it comes on to in that middle there to bat the spinners and bat them long, I trust no one else in that team over Puran. You understand? I mean, Hetty and Rutherford and Hope and all of them have shown, but in T20 cricket, to stay on the front foot and attack them. I mean, Hetty has shown that he can do it, but I trust Puran to really do that more.
Hetty's weakness is off spin. We've seen Chris Green knock his bails off many times in the CPL.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask Sir Ian a question when he was talking about the whole Hetmaya situation. Recently, like we saw in the match, I don't know if you guys watched the match yesterday. Hetty was given the chance to face more balls than he could, than he ever did in the previous matches. I think Rajasthan needed 50 from 36 or something like that.
Yeah.
But after hitting a 4 and a 6, he succumbed to the pressure and he got out only scoring 14 runs. So would you say that that's a concern, or
I mean, then again, then again, it depends on what he was asked to do. The fact of the matter is that for this season, he has been facing like 4, 5, 6 deliveries, hitting away at it hard. So probably with 50 to get from about how much deliveries I said? From about how many?
6. So
probably. I mean, that would be take normal cricket shots to win. But who to tell? With him being in a form like that, only facing like 6, 7 deliveries and hitting a lot of boundaries, probably he was sent down there to continue what he has been doing, get a couple of 6s, 4s, bring it down closer, and then they would have someone else carry it home. Which I don't think would make a lot of sense because he would be losing another wicket there and he would be going closer to the bowlers. But I'm just wondering if that, I didn't see the game, but I'm just wondering if that's a case,
The only problem I have with he hit a 6, like a beautiful shot, came down the track, hit it 106 meters.
Right.
The next ball was a full toss.
Hold on, sir. Yeah.
The next ball was a full toss and he went after it, and that's how he got out. His problem is he doesn't know when to control his shots. He wants to go after everything, and as soon as he sees something, he's gonna swing at it. Don't matter if he miss hit it or if he connects. He just swing.
Yeah, but I think it boils down. I think it boils down to the role that he's playing, to where he's batting now. I think it's the same thing with Russell, and those guys batting down there. I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing. It's just that sometimes you miss it and it go over the fence. But I think all of them guys batting down there, they suffer from the same sort of problem. Hitting 1-6 and then, as Fazir would say, drowning in honey. But I hear you. Yes, sir. Ian, I think you were trying to come back in just now. All right. Think
Ian left.
Yeah, I think he's there. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go around the room once more. I'm gonna have everyone giving their, something else, and then I'm gonna hop off and rest this voice. But I think Mr. Lover and Jake and a couple others skip out. But are you hearing us, Sir Ian?
Yes, I hear you. Yes, I'm going
Okay.
out just now, so I might as well just.
Yeah.
I'm going out just now, so let me just get a little 5 minutes there, right? I ain't saying long. I was very happy to see the team.
Yeah.
I am glad that Hetty, Shema, Puran, and these guys were picked. We have the formula. We don't need to change up the opening or anything like that. We don't have Charles and this other guy who's open.
Brandon
Who's the other guy? Yeah, but that's good enough. That's good enough. Charles doing very well. He don't make so matters.
Yeah.
He gained it till 8 o'clock, and then Brandon King, reliable. So that I really don't see any problem. And the beauty about somebody like Hetty, you can put him in at different points. It's all a matter how the game going and who bowling.
Yeah.
You see, what we have to remember not in Trinidad overall, but the West Indies, is that most West Indians get trouble to bat spin. You look at the results of all. Yeah, we struggle playing spin. So the advantage you have with a man like Hetty coming in down the road is if they have some of the deadly spinners, worldwide, we have some real good spinners from Australia and even places like Afghanistan and all these different.
Afghanistan,
We have some very good spinners that I believe you need a specialist batsman like Hetty, even at the end.
Yeah.
To hold up the end if them tailenders start to struggle to hit the spin. And that is my only point. We can't not pick him, and then when we come along to the end, our tailender batsmen start to miss ball and get ball. And we say, but look, West Indies collapsing. We collapsing because them fellas is all rounders. Fellas and specialist batsmen like Hetty. A specialist batsman who are accustomed playing spin and so on, you have a greater chance of that person coming down to the end, batting very good balls and hitting them for six still. And that is my point. So I'm going now, so I will listen, got ahead out just now, but I just wanted to reiterate why I am fully happy with the team. And we don't have to reinvent the rule. The rule Puran could come in number 4 or you could come in 5. You know what I mean? But that is about it.
All right, sir. Yeah, are you going to the Peace March next week, led by Dwayne Bravo? Is it next week?
What match is that? A peaceful?
Peace March. Don't you know Bravo has a Peace March going on over there in Port of Spain? I think it is.
No, I wouldn't be part of that. I don't be part of them things. I'm a politician.
All right, sir. Yeah, all right. All right, blessings. I think Sachin is the only one remaining. All right, Sachin, you have the honors of getting us out of here. What say you?
I don't really got anything else to say. The only thing I was saying, I just read someone message me and said something. Evin Lewis is in the training camp for the World Cup that they have in Antigua, and there is a chance that this squad could change between now and May 25th. So if Lewis could come into the squad, that would balance his team so much more.
How would it balance the team though? And we haven't seen him performing at. Hold on, guys. This is not me confirming anything. This is
not confirming anything.
I'm just telling them this is not me confirming. But this is my question: how would it balance the squad when he hasn't performed in? And you would know that I am a big Lewis fan, but I'm just playing devil's advocate here. How would it balance the squad seeing that he hasn't performed in the last 2 CPL, or I think the last Super 50 he was injured and then he had to leave? How would that work?
My thing is, I still have faith in Lewis that he's the best. My mind is still that Lewis is the best opener we have in the region. Nobody comes close.
I have no problem supporting you with that. But what I want him to do is give me at least one more CPL or a couple of games and show me that I haven't seen anything from him in about 3 years.
So this is where he could come into those matches that we have in
the World Cup.
No, the matches that we have versus South Africa. Remember, we had a 3-match series in Jamaica.
So let me ask you a question. So Andre Fletcher and the man that has been there working, we're just going skip over them because Lewis is the man that we think is the best. How would we
Think
work that?
Hetty got dropped for the last 2 series we played, and he still walked into it.
I mean, Hetty got dropped, replaced by Rutherford, but we see he was always in and around the team. But the difference is that Hetty was there. Think they wasn't doing it. We haven't seen Lewis in a while. Honda, as usual, sending in some super chat. What you call it? Super chat, super thanks, super chat. Thank you for supporting. Thank you, Honda, coming in with the super chat when we're about to leave. But we appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. But it sounds like this is something that that Sachin would buy into the woman.
I honestly would 100%. I would put my head on a chopping block for Lewis to be in this World Cup team.
Evin Lewis.
Lewis.
Listen.
If it means Lewis comes into this team and Hetmaya gets dropped, I'm fine with that.
Really?
100%.
But my problem with that, Sachin, we haven't seen Lewis doing anything for 3 years. So let me ask you a question. Sheldon Cottrell is probably the best in the region in terms of taking bowling. Well, his last 2 overs are problem, but in terms of bowling 2 overs in the power plays and taking early wickets, would you have a problem with them using Sheldon Cottrell to replace Jason Holder or one of them?
I wouldn't have a problem with that either. I was
It's most a different Sachin. This cannot be the same.
No. My thing is this, right? We don't have a backup opener.
No, man. Shea Hope is an opener. The man hasn't done anything for 3 years. This is stupid. I wonder if Chris Gayle available. 3 years.
Nah, man, don't do that.
No, but it's almost the same thing. The man hasn't done anything for 3 years. So how would we do that? How would that work?
I think I'm looking at it in the perspective that we don't have a backup opener, and
man, Shea Hope would have to open, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's Sachin. I can't believe. Look at cool work. Maya do turn up spin your head. This can't be the same Sachin. This cannot be the same Sachin. We haven't seen. And the thing is, I would be almost be the easiest person to buy into this because I am the biggest Evin Lewis fan. But almost 3 years, we don't see anything from him. You know?
So what if he comes into the World Cup squad now? He becomes our best batsman.
I would be happy. I always say that. Listen, if a man, if the squad that I select, if they don't go with that squad, or the playing 11 that I select, they don't go with it, and the people that I did not want to get in and win the game for us, I am happy with it. So if he gets in and wins us, the ultimate goal is to win. But how do you justify bringing him in there like that?
That would be the only problem, like just walking him into it. But if Lewis could join this team, I would be happy.
All right, Sachin, boy, you're closing us off on a very, very comedic note, I would put it. But I hear you.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, Lennox.
All right, Sachin, thanks for the support. All right, shout out to all that came on the live. Shout out to Sir Ian, Sachin. We had Tyrell, Sir Ian. We had Sachin. Who else we had on? Honda with the super chat. Shout out to everyone that was on. Everyone that was in the comment section. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for listening and giving your feedback. We will leave it right here for now. But tomorrow you can expect that bright and early there will be another video focusing on this World Cup squad. Gonna leave it right here for now. Continue to stay tuned to the channel. If you are new and you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Big up on yourself and stay safe. Blessings.